it's a very different story. You know, Team Kaliber, you look at accuracy and Kenny, and I think it's very fair to say that they are by far two of the best at their roles on this title. So in my mind for Team Kaliber, it's like, okay, I need Pharaoh and Enable to just show up. You said yesterday when we were kind of chatting about things, you're like, I know exactly what I'm going to see from Enable pretty much every map. Do you think Pharaoh is going to be that pressure point for Team Kaliber?
I think for them to win an event, you're going to need Pharaoh to kind of step up and, you know, in a big way for this team, especially in the respawns and then in the search and destroy. You need them to just be able to clutch up because, you know, this is a team where they can be kind of up and down in search and destroy. We saw that stat on the hot mic where they're 0-7 in round 11, so maybe if they close out a few more of those, they win some more matches. So we'll see, you know, if this TK team made some improvements in this little bit of time that they've had off.
And, you know, speaking a bit more about Pharaoh, I caught up with Kenny a little bit. He was saying that Pharaoh's actually their shot caller when it comes down to search and destroy. And boy, they're going to need him to shot caller well against UNILAD. If you compare both teams' search and destroy records, Team Kaliber have 48% win ratio in search and destroy. UNILAD have 70% win ratio. So for me, that's going to be a key game mode for TK. I mean, you think about the two championships that they won throughout this year, right? Came off the back of strong search and destroy gameplay, especially when it comes down to those game 5, round 11s. That's usually where we see them clutch up. So Pharaoh has to make some key calls against his UNILAD squad. Yeah,
and I mean, TK is just going to be such a good hardpoint team, and they're going to remain consistent. Like, you got Accuracy and Kenny who've been consistent in that game mode all year long, and you bring in Enable, who's arguably one of the most consistent respawn players in the history of our esports. So it's going to be a back-and-forth series, and stylistically, you know, both these teams are pretty much opposite.
Definitely, and now we're going to see that map pool as well in front of us, and I couldn't be more excited. You know, you saw Wuskin vibe in there. The thing is you talk stylistically very different. When you just look at the team overall, very different. I think you look at UNILAD and you basically say, okay, you don't look at any of these players and say, going into this, I thought that they were best on paper at their role, but the thing is, they click. This squad together, they just outperform. They are a greater whole as a unit, Revan.
Yeah, my thing with UNILAD is if you take a look at their stats, they're not really like a slate-heavy team, which is pretty stylistic across all European teams, especially from what we saw at the LCQ. There are times where these guys get outslayed or they rely solely on Wuskin, who has like a hardpoint KD of overall KD of a 1.21. He's the only one that's well over a 1. I mean, you have Alex at 1.01. The other two are under a 1. So slaying is going to be an issue for UNILAD coming to this series, especially as we pointed out, Accuracy is going to perform here on Forest. Kenny's going to perform on Forest. And Pharaoh and Enable, they're both capable of slaying as well. So that's the one thing I'm looking out for UNILAD.
I cannot be more excited. We get to start off the day with TK versus UNILAD, an incredibly exciting matchup, and I feel like just one of the best to start the day. And with that, we get to kick it off. Stage 2 playoffs start now.
This is the 2018 CWL Pro League Stage 2 playoffs. Broadcasting live from the MLG Arena in Columbus, Ohio. 8 weeks of intense matchups. Who will be the last man standing?
It's turns and burns. 8 in a row for Alex. He gets 1 second to get the hard point. eUnited takes it by 1. Finally able to finish with the pressure comes in. He's able to clutch it up. 3 situation on that wood ball and that. Yeah, he's letting them know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CWL Stage 2 playoffs. The best 8 teams and 2 of them on the main stage. You've got Team Kaliber from North America and the boys from Europe, UNILAD, facing off first things first. My name is Momo, joined by the wonderful Chance for this one to bring all the action. But again, just kind of that different feeling in the arena. We've got a few guys obviously in here watching too. The playoffs, 500K. Chance, how are you feeling?
Nervous. I'm genuinely nervous. I'm excited. Like, this is the first time I've had the jitters for casting. Like, even open events don't have like the same feeling and impact they do for playoffs. Again, every single match, every single team has the potential to win, has the potential to be complete fire. So I'm excited, Momo.
It's going to be a wild ride for sure, of course. We have a few days winding down, but by the end of it, by Sunday, we will crown ourselves our Stage 2 playoff champions. We've had many along the way, but less about the talk. Let's get into this game. UNILAD coming off a very, very hot Division B, going up against Team Kaliber of Division A here. And you know what, TK, they ended on a streak themselves, but let's get into it. Kenny, Enable, and Wuskin's kicking things off.
And you'd expect nothing less from Kenny on the map. The first thing he does is just flank and get behind 2 people and get the opening that TK needs, because now they're in the power positions. You already have Accuracy locking down, actually that's Pharaoh locking down Cap and Cup, but he's got one angle. You got a player in the hill who's gonna fall, but of course the trade comes in, so very solid start coming out from Team Kaliber.
Team Kaliber taking the game by the scruff of his neck here and kicking things off. We're jumping on board with Kenny. 3 and 1 to his name already. Can he make it 4? Turn and burn was nearly there, but Alex denies here the rotation in 15 seconds. We're gonna go to our Ruins hardpoint, but already got one player sat up top. That's going to be Wuskins. He's going to find kill number 3.
Wuskins, of course, hunting down Kenny as well. I don't know if he had help, but he annihilated Kenny there, and he's getting the push out as well. So, obviously, fantastic start. You get 46, may get 47 points on the first hill, as good as it gets. The question is, though, can TK break through on Ruins? Because right now, UNILAD have a very good setup. They got Shawnee with an AR pushing out the hill. They got Alex going on flanks, locking players down, and he's got Zed there for the help. So, great bounce back so far. The question is, can they hold on? That is a clean 4 down in the kill feed for UNILAD, trying to bounce back.
So, a very strong start for TK as they dominate the cave, but UNILAD writes their name all over Ruins here, as we do see Enable coming out with a split spawn. Shawnee not expecting that one, and UNILAD, they've only got 17 points from this. We're going to be looking, of course, to the rotation, but still 25 points left on the second hard point. We are going to see UNILAD potentially push this one more time with that double kill as well. They can maybe get a couple points themselves.
So the question is, at what cost? Enable goes on the flank. They make sure they break the hill. UNILAD doesn't lock down a huge amount of score, but at what cost? Because you can see the scrap time potentially going UNILAD's way. Or they hang on. It's only 5 seconds. But because that flank comes in, you flip the spawns, and UNILAD, they're not going to be happy. Obviously, they're down by 40 points, but this is Bunker. This is the money hill on the map. This is where they're looking to potentially get that full 60. But TK, they got 2 players coming on the flank. They got 2 players surging forward, and they got smokes in the back trying to nullify Wuskins, but he doesn't need to be nullified because his teammates are doing all the damage.
Okay, well, UNILAD fighting from the behind. We are going to see them try and take the lead here. 40 seconds still left on Bunker. Alex finding himself in a little bit of trouble in the middle, but Shawnee and Wuskins picking up the triple outside. Alex is going to go down, but UNILAD are going to retain control of this bunker. We've said through the whole of the season how much you can gain from a hard point like Bunker and UNILAD. They're coming out on top here. Alex with a double, with the triple. Alex starting to heat up. This is a man that a lot of people are watching.
And again, at what cost? Again, you flank to brink of Ruins Hill, you get through, but then UNILAD completely just, well, blow the gates open as far as a hill goes on Bunker. But either way, I mean, not a bad start from either team, right? Still going to be a close game. The question is, though, can Walt Wuskins get these streaks? And of course, can TK try to shut him down? He's got an STG. He's looking for a kill and a couple assists, or just 2 more kills.
Well, here it is, the first potential streaks of the playoffs. Wuskins 12-4, make it 13 as he is 1 kill away from a glide bomb, but you see the rest of his team go down, so points are going to be going in TK's favor, and Kenny's on the hunt. He knows about the streak that Wuskins going for, and Wuskins almost sitting, anticipating, waiting. Shawnee's called it out. Shawnee's going to deny Kenny, and I'd love to see if Wuskins can pick up this streaks. Let's jump back on board with him, and let's see if he can get back in the action here as he looks through that fire alley. The minimap does show the story. No one around right now. But again, taking his time, being patient. I like this from Wuskins.
This is honestly huge. I mean, he's only taken 1 gunfight on the hill, but it's not like TK. Just because it's East Road, they're not getting a huge amount of time. But of course, the pressure's on. Like, of course, Team Kaliber, they know that Wuskins is going to be close. They're trying not to feed him. That's why no one is playing overly aggressive. So that's obviously the highlight. He's still playing for those streaks. This has been 60 seconds. He's had 1 engagement.
The worry about this is if he doesn't get it, it's time lost. However, glide bomb, and you know what? He's utilizing it straight away. Called on in. We've got a bit of a triple threat coming through. Alex from the behind, the glide bomb coming in, and Wuskins dropping it. That's a clean 4 down, and my goodness, Wuskins shot from the side, but he's called out. He wants those points. Everyone stays out, and Wuskins delivers. The fighter pilot is in the back pocket. 15-4, 8 kill streak, and I tell you what, there's going to be a proud twin brother backstage watching this, man.
That is a huge momentum swing for UNILAD. They're only down by 14. You got double streaks, but Team Kaliber doing a solid job, at least on the cave hill. But Alex, well, working towards some streaks of his own. He gets shut down, but TK, at least in the hard point. Streaks are great. Points in the hard point are even better. And for the moment, TK does have it. They're set up. They're poised to get these final 15 seconds. You're going back into Ruins, and, well, frankly, even if they break through, then they have to deal with a fighter pilot in artillery. It's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough. It's great highlighting those streaks, but you've got to look at that score. Team Kaliber in the lead. Chance, before going into this, you were saying about TK and their ability to win out hard points when they're being outslayed. Enable, -5. Kenny, -2. Pharaoh, -3. But right now, they're in the lead by around 40 seconds. But this is where we potentially could see some streaks come in.
Potentially. And you can see, though, TK, even though they're getting outslayed, they're just chewing away time. They're making sure that UNILAD doesn't get to the hard point, just keeping them at bay, and Enable's going to be inside, and it forces out the artillery. But now UNILAD, well, they're struggling to get towards the hill. Enable, the last one on the front lines, actually gets team killed. Finally, UNILAD's able to get there. But either way, 30 seconds on this hill have gone through, and UNILAD hasn't really rocked up a substantial amount of time. They're in the hill now, but TK, they got 3 players coming through you. Surge forward. They're retaining the spawns. They're in the hill. This is huge. Now Kenny's the roaming Slayer. Yes, he gets dropped, but these players are just so far away from getting the contest. It's good gameplay back and forth.
It really is. Accuracy, a man that needs to be highlighted right now. Just retaining this lead here, 30 points and counting. That's a clean 4 down. Look at the spawns coming in from UNILAD. Yes, they've got a fighter pilot, but right now, Team Kaliber, they're in control. They're backing off that ruin hardpoint, and the tables are turned. This time on rotation, it's going to be TK controlling that bunker, and accuracy, once again, making his mark. Fighter pilot has been invested. Finds the first, will find that second, trying to get that third, but look at the spawns. They're still so far away, Chance.
And the players that he killed with the fighter pilot were able to find kills before they died. So UNILAD surging forward now. They're able to get towards the hill. These are impossible gunfights to win at times. You got to be able to trade them out. And you can see now Wuskins is playing slow. He's waiting for his teammates before they make the push, but accuracy's hunting him down. Kenny's hunting him down. Zed finds 2, but he gets cleaned up. He keeps Team Kaliber outside of the hill. Someone needs to go towards it, but either way, 60-point lead, and you might be able to get that scrap. It looks like accuracy falls, so maybe not a terrible spot for UNILAD on Bunker Hill after all.
I tell you what, one person heating up is Kenny. Just finds a triple kill there, a 5-kill streak for this man. We're talking about TK going negative, not for long. TK are turning it around. Kenny working towards those streaks, and the one thing that Kenny's doing is he's not playing on that back foot. He's playing aggressive, he's playing in the face, he's now got the capture. Can he find the kill? Not gonna happen. Just a glide bomb for TK.
Kenny just doesn't care. He doesn't need to feel the need to slow down like Wuskins did. He's up, he's in your face, he's doing what he can. He's already on a flank, enables in the hill, racking up time, and again, beyond a 60-point lead on the East Road Hill. I don't know how much damage UNILAD can do, all right? I mean, they've burned some of their streaks. Now Kenny even has a glide bomb, and Pharaoh's got this cap in control, and he's doing some damage. It's just tough. UNILAD, they're going to have to put a nice string of hills together to get back in this game.
They really will. They really will, should I say. TK obviously so good at winning games when being outslayed. We know what they can do when they do the outslaying here. They're starting to pick it up, and they're starting to shut down UNILAD. 55-point lead here now for TK. And you start to cast your eyes towards this cave. Who's the one team that's dominated twice in a row? TK. Are they looking for that third? Absolutely. They have the positioning. Accuracy set up, and he's going to find 3 in a row. 27 and 18. He is going off.
There was a while where this was accuracy's forest, and he's 27 and 18, as you pointed out. And of course, Kenny, well, he's even farther ahead. Fantastic game so far to kick off these playoffs. They're even using the glide bomb just to try and lock down this cave hill, and maybe that's a bit of an opening if accuracy can find the kill. And there you see that's 3 clean down. They're going to be able to get some time on this hill, and they dominated it the first time around, get 47 points to none. They did well on the second time. They're trying to go 3 for 3 on cave.
Well, they're down by 70, but UNILAD do not rule them out. We know what they're capable of. And surely, a man finding a couple of kills, but he's going to be taken down. Alex on that hill trying to get some of this scrap time, but TK causing so much trouble for UNILAD. They're almost going in single file at this point. Zed trying to fight for some of this cave time with 15 seconds. You look at rotation, and again, it's a clean 4 down. The scrap time, the rotation, it's going to Team Kaliber.
This is it for TK. This is where they can just pretty much win the game, lock this down, keep them pinned in the back, and they got their 2 SMGs leading the charge. Enable on the left side, Kenny on the right. 1 falls, but the second is there. Enable finds 2, and again, UNILAD, they just spawn back bridge. The one player that's mid-map, Pharaoh finishes that kill. They're pinned in the back. TK just racking up time. They got players in power positions. They got Kenny leading the charge. Finally, there's some smokes to help UNILAD to break through, and they're successful, but now all these players are weak, and Pharaoh looks to clean them up. But UNILAD, they had the successful break.
They need to. They need it, and they need it now. TK 225 and counting here going into this one. We saw UNILAD at an impressive 5-1 record at Forest Hardpoint. Team Kaliber winning only 60% there after playing 10 games, but TK have come. They're starting to show how good they really are. We saw accuracy and heard him on Hot Mic saying, people have forgot about us. Yes, they're gassing up the Division B teams, but do not rule out Team Kaliber. They're broke once again. There might only be 10 seconds left, but TK, they are chipping away at that 250.
The bunker setup is here for UNILAD, but it's a point now where TK, they get 1 good break and they will win this game. UNILAD has to be perfect to try and start even this comeback down by 100 points, but they have this set up right now. They got 2 players mid, and Naval, though, he's potentially going to be pushing through Bell, and of course the rest of the players are going to be surging through mid-map, coming through no man's. Can the gunfights go the way of UNILAD? There's the first 3.
First three, they're going to have to find a next three and a next. And even some more with this scoreline. Team Kaliber are looking to shut it down, but Zed getting overly aggressive. Can he find the triple? No, but the call out will be made. Alex caught with his pants down there, and now coming from behind is going to be Kenny. Can he get up close and personal? Absolutely, yes he can. A peek through the window. Not going to be enough, though, to take down Wuskins as they hold tight. Team Kaliber have these spawns. It can end right now, Chance.
UNILAD has to win the gunfights. Wuskins in the hill. He needs to go off. He's got Zed and Shawnee for some help, and the kills are getting traded. And maybe Wuskins doesn't need to go off because his teammates are there. Zed on a 4 spree. He gets dropped. Wuskins on a 3 inside the hill. He's fine, but East Road, TK, they just need 9 more seconds. That's all it takes, Momo.
I tell you what, if there's a time for a crazy comebacks, playoffs is where it starts. For Team Kaliber, just 5 seconds away. Alex with the double grenade denies TK of those points, but pushing forward is Kenny. Accuracy's going to substitute that one. And as the time ticks away, UNILAD, unfortunately, letting it slip through their fingers here. It's going to be 250 for Team Kaliber.
Kenny with the first 40 bomb of playoffs. Woo. Had himself a very nice game on Forest, but look, as this series should go, if you just look at the breakdown of game modes between these two teams. Team Kaliber, heavily favored in the hardpoint. The flip side of that, UNILAD, heavily favored in the S&D. I think through the Pro League, UNILAD had a 13-4 record. It was their bread and butter, and I think Team Kaliber perfectly averaged at the game mode. I think they finished at 10-10. Thing about that is, though, UNILAD were perfect in round 11s. They were perfect in game 5s. They have been on point, and TK was the opposite. I think they're 0-7 recently in round 11s. They're, I think, 3-3 in game 5. So the clutch factor in S&D has been there for UNILAD, and of course, that's where we're going for game number 2.
It most certainly is. The one thing I will say going into that one, that was, you know, a 5-1 record for UNILAD on hardpoint. At one point, yes, they fought back to a little bit, but they were down by 100, and they were only being outslayed by around 5 or 6 kills. Accuracy and Kenny definitely going off in that one. But search and destroy. We're going to slow things down here, take a big deep breath as well. And it's going to be interesting to see how TK come out with this, because again, this is UNILAD's bread and butter. To get a little bit more information, I believe Jess spoke to Accuracy before the game.
Thanks, Momo. Yes, that's right. I did speak with Accuracy. He says that they're feeling very confident going into this series. He didn't really give me too many specifics of, mistakes they've made or anything that they need to worry about or watch out for. He did say, we know what we need to do. We know how we need to play. It's just a matter of making sure we do that. The one additional little detail he did give me was that they are focusing on S&D for this series. So I'm really eager to see how this next map goes, because that's exactly what Shawnee told me when I popped over to speak with him briefly as well. He says S&D is really where it's at. He thinks that if they can take both S&Ds, they should be able to maybe steal a CTF and hopefully take the series. So let's see how the rest of the series goes. Momo, Chance, back over to you.
Thank you very much, Jess. Interesting to get the insight, obviously, between the games. Jess obviously having a chat before they started the series, but we talked map records on hard points. We talked about, obviously, that for quite a bit. That's going to be put on the back burner if we need it to game 4. Search and destroy going into this. What are we thinking with these two teams, Chance?
Well, UNILAD, very good S&D team, so they're problematic when you try to do the pick and bans against them, right? Because they have a couple maps that they're very, very good on. TK, they went the maybe safer route, if you want to call it that. They banned out Texas because UNILAD has a perfect 6-0 as of recent. Yeah. But that means that St. Marie gets through. UNILAD on St. Marie, 9-2 recently. Team Kaliber, 1-5. So if you want to say a map is ever going to be heavily lopsided, this is the most lopsided map we have in this entire series. But of course, 1-5 as of recent. You got new team coming on board, new teammates. Like, on the year, Team Kaliber has had a lot of success on St. Marie. But if they get this map win here, in my mind, the series might even just be over. I think the reverse sweep would be incredibly difficult. So UNILAD, the map favors them. They need to get this win.
And I think we go to search and destroy. There's a couple of names that stick out, maybe not for the best of reasons. Enable. People have kind of spoke about this man on search and destroy as maybe being they always want the guy who's always in a 1v1 or always in a 1v2. His KD is not as good, and I think he's changed his playstyle a little bit. But one thing I will say, Chance, is UNILAD have just come off such a hot search and destroy record. TK will have been at home watching every single move of that. Surely they've picked something up.
And of course, on the flip side, UNILAD will be watching Team Kaliber as well. They're going to study, but then you're studying them when they don't have success.
Exactly.
So TK needs to change things up, so it's a little harder to game plan for. It's worth pointing out, I don't know if it was Merc or Nameless, it was in the back. Apparently, Shawnee, when they were doing the pick and bans, pulled out a laptop, had notes and stats on every different scenario. So UNILAD is going to be as well prepared as any other team here in the playoffs. And of course, we'll see if they can put something together. If it goes to round 11, we'll see if they keep their clutch juju, or maybe they just, blow the other team out, as the records would indicate.
Okay, well, Chance, let's kick things off here with Search and Destroy, map number 2 of series number 1 here at the CWL Stage 2 playoffs. UNILAD versus Team Kaliber, St. Marie, and it looks like we're going to have a hot start towards B.
Nate's coming in as expected. Accuracy, he's going to bite the bullet. Still, though, B-side control. You do have a player inside of there. It's going to be Kenny for Team Kaliber. He might have to keep a lot of players at bay. And you can see they try to use a nade to take him down. He's able to find one gunfight, wins the second, finds the third. The man dropped 40 in the hard point. He kicks off the S&D with a 3-piece.
I love it. You just know the communication from UNILAD is we've naded him. He's weak. Let's charge. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and it's all down to Wuskins. He might have spotted an Able up top, but this is a very poor position for Wuskins to be in. My goodness, Kenny, a man who started the year so strong. A lot of people didn't even know the name. But I guarantee by the end of this season, Kenny is one you want to remember. 33 seconds left on the clock here. Wuskins does have a nade. He's going to try and put that straight on to Kenny. He's going to connect here, but Kenny has already demonstrated he does not care.
On the flip side of things, Team Kaliber, they should absolutely feed this kill to Kenny. And there you go. Perfect. You have Pharaoh challenging over top. I don't know whether or not he didn't finish the kill on purpose, but he doesn't. That gives Kenny another kill. He's even closer to score streaks. Now you're going on offense. Give him the bomb. Nade out the B side. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do, obviously because of, well, the 3-piece that kicked off the S&D.
Interesting. I want to see, actually, from Kenny's point of view, shout out to Paradox backstage, guiding us through all of the playoff action. But he'll most likely be taking that bomb, maybe as the second or third person to throw that grenade, the one to kind of clean up. Let's see exactly where he's going. Well, it's not going to be B. We're going to see a very hard-hidden A here for TK.
And of course, you have all these players going over to A, but for UNILAD, there's only one guy stacked up, so you don't really have to be worried about the nades. You get past Wuskins, then you should get that bomb plant for free. But of course, you have to smoke out the B cut as well. It looks like Enable. He might just go for it. I don't know if the smoke's going to come in or just because of the first blood, if Team Kaliber is going to be scared for the push. Either way, the smoke is here, but you got to get past Wuskins, and Wuskins, well, he's just on point. Kenny, he's going to get caught out mid-map. He's in the smoke, but he's in a desperate spot right now. He tries to get away. Pharaoh able to protect him. Got a little bit tunnel vision, but still, though, UNILAD, they got a player over on the B site. They are right next to each other.
I feel like he almost saw the name of Kenny and went a little bit hungry. Sure, he's going to take down Pharaoh, but Kenny still on this 4 streak. It's now a 3v2 favoring UNILAD. That bomb way back. Kenny just biding his time, and rightly so. Enable needs to be the one to step it up, and he might have just exchanged blows, and here it is on the staircase, the restaurant heating up here, and Zed shuts that down, all down to TK. And that will be Kenny, 4-0, 20 seconds left. Surely right now you play your life, you try and survive.
Yeah, you find a nice corner, you stick to it, maybe you roam a little bit, but this like top left pocket of the map, Kenny absolutely shouldn't leave. And UNILAD, they know he's on a 4 streak, they know he is exactly 400 points, so he's still quite a few kills away before the score streak damage comes in, so they don't want to try and hunt him down. They're not concerned about that quite yet. It's just something they keep in the back of your mind, but probably give shout out to what Wuskins gets the first blood, kind of shuts the push down. Of course, the round gets more interesting in thereafter, but that's a good bounce back round.
Wuskins will be frustrated when he saw Kenny through that smoke, didn't connect and went down. And yes, they win the round, but taking down Kenny there would have been a real plus for UNILAD. But all tied up here, 1-1. If you missed it, if you just joined us, TK take the hard point in what seemed to be quite convincing fashion towards the end. But on board with TK for the defense. Let's see what these guys have to do. They're inside B once again. It doesn't seem a problem. TK fully in control.
Pharaoh up top, spots Wuskins out. They had the B side control, but the Rap's coming over to A, and Enable's playing very aggressive. He's able to spot one, wins the gunfight, and he doesn't get traded out until he just pushes by himself instead of backing up. So he got a 3v3. He did his job. Maybe could have been a little bit better, but either round, the round is even.
And the one thing Enable, from what I hear, is, you know, like I said, always the one last alive. He doesn't want any of that anymore. He wants to be the one getting a kill, you know, putting something on the board, helping out his squad, and rightfully so. He already kicks it off with a first blood, but he is going to go down 3v3 now. Bomb in the hands of Alex, but Kenny very ambitiously pushing through. He's got airborne hunker, so very loud. Smoke's going to be dropped, and he's going to be okay for now. But look at that flank. Accuracy could put a lot of damage into UNILAD.
He needs to get at least one, maybe trade himself out. He's able to spot two. He's actually behind him. This is perfect for him. Finds one, knows where the second's coming from. I don't know if he knows the Wuskins cross. That could have been a lot worse for UNILAD, of course, though. Now Kenny's going on the flank as well, and UNILAD, they simply don't have the time. They got to sprint into sight. Kenny's coming up behind him. It's going to be perfect unless someone hears him, and it looks like UNILAD knows. They're sacrificing the round. They're not going to be able to get it, and if they shut Kenny down, maybe it's worth it. So a small victory on a tough round.
Yeah, I think Kenny might have had a little bit of tunnel vision there of being like, I've got to stop them planning. That's my job to get in there. TK may have won the round, but Kenny will not have the streaks. I think UNILAD will be okay with that now, one round down. All starting to get a little bit antsy over on the search and destroy. But TK kicking things off with a couple rounds, looking good. Let's get back into the action.
This is a lot of mid-map aggression coming out. There's already a player in the top window, and the player is going to be Kenny. Accuracy finds the kill, probably through the wall from top line. Now Pharaoh's inside a square. They got two players inside a square. They got the first blood. This is kind of a similar situation as last round. They find the first blood, things get even out great, but then you have a completely new round for the 3v3 with both subs dead.
3v3, Enable has that bomb. B currently locked down by Shawnee. A pretty much open for anyone to take control. It looks like Accuracy's scoping out the lookout post here, but Z on your screen just wiggling back and forth as we go into the final 35 seconds.
And I'm pretty sure TK is waiting for the wrap from UNILAD. Like they've shown their hand at B in every team when they're like, okay, they're not going to the B side, we got a wrap back to cover A. But UNILAD isn't biting. Zed's been playing this position the entire round. I don't know how he knew that Pharaoh was there, but Pharaoh wins the gunfight. And now the plant goes over at A, and of course now UNILAD have to start roaming over. But there's going to be some very difficult gunfights to win, especially with Shawnee so far out of the B site, and it looks like Pharaoh's actually waiting for him to come up. It depends on the timing he gets, but Pharaoh, again, an S&D guru, if you will. Accuracy finds the free win as well. Pharaoh wins then that round. Kenny gets the first blood, but Pharaoh, once he gets that 1v1 up top red, the first one, that opens up the plant to come over at A, and then he had the awareness of Shawnee coming in from the B site. So props to Pharaoh, gives him that round number 4.
United coming in here 1 and 5 as UNILAD. Mountains way above them, 9 and 2 on this map. But TK, it seems like, have worked on this, have learned a lot from this, and they're gunning for this second map. They go 2-0 up. This could be dangerous.
And I want to see UNILAD hit something aggressively. So many times on offense, one because of the 3-piece, but it felt like they just kind of turtled up. But now they're moving towards A. It doesn't look like they're slowing down. The smokes have already come out. They might be going on the cross, but Kenny just fast flanking. Is even checking the corner. And Wuskins, the nade hits him as well. He got read like a book.
Wuskins was the one who threw the smoke from that doorway to that A cross. That's why he got spotted. A 4v3 now, so they know exactly where they are. They're starting to pin in, and TK, they have full control, but the bomb is down. Next kill, so crucial. You level it up for UNILAD, you've got that bomb down. I'm going to stop right there because Pharaoh is shutting it down here. 4v2, the retake is on. Enable senses someone in there, but it's not. Shawnee's actually got the better of him, and Shawnee might find the double. He will do as Alex finds one. It's all down to Kenny. Where's this round just gone? A 4v2, now in a 1v1. Kenny v Alex. 21 seconds. As we start to see the push out. Can he get the kill? No, he cannot. The drop shot comes in. Whew, we're getting things, we're getting a little out of hand here. That was a 4v2 chance.
I don't even know how Shawnee just found 2 kills. It was weird, the approach. Like, Pharaoh's going to clear out that back barn, and whoever was coming through the cut was looking the same direction, and then just got shot in the side, shot out the back, and then Pharaoh gets a little bit over-aggressive, kind of flies out, and he's got a player preaiming him, and then the flank that was coming in was a little bit too late, so weird timing on the collapse, and a huge clutch from UNILAD. That is absolutely a round that they needed.
Whew. I need these rounds in the middle here just to take a deep breath. The amount that is on the line, and here we have it. First sniper to be pulled out, and that's going to be from Wuskins. A very heavy A push from Team Kaliber now, as we do see the bomb in the hands of Enable. Shots fired, not connected. Grenades thrown. That one will find him. But again, is this where you want a sniper? Is this where you can find a pick? I don't think so right now. TK might have the bomb down, but he might be pinned in. Pretty much same situation. Can he find one? Absolutely not. Pharaoh goes off with the bar, and again, it's a 4v2. Make it a 4v1, a clean round here as Zed left out to dry in the middle, and the long-range PPSH will come in. TK, take the round.
And once again, who steps up for TK and gets the big kills to win the round? It was Pharaoh. Opens up with a 2-piece, and granted, he had the help from Kenny, But you're absolutely right. You go out with the sniper strat on defense, you give up complete control of A, and then what can you do? Even if those players played stationary over by sandbags, they're going to shoulder peek until Kingdom Come. It's not an easy shot to hit in the slightest. And, of course, the worst thing as a sniper is to have the pressure come in and when they take the gunfights to you. So another very clean round from TK, who honestly should be up 5-1 right now.
And this is a very important round. As any player knows, 4-3 and 5-2, they're worlds apart here. A must-win, I feel, for UNILAD. And Wuskins is going to be team-shotted. And it's down to just Shawnee, Alex, and Zed. And look at the aggression. Kenny has absolutely no fear whatsoever. He's connected with Alex, and the grenade will finish him off from Pharaoh. Another 4v2 here. TK are looking lights out on St. Marie.
This is just beautiful, but it's only a 3v2 this time because Shawnee finds one kill. Accuracy has hit everyone. Everyone from UNILAD right now is tagged up one shot, but they got nades on players. They're stuck over back barn. They got a Naval sitting in the corner. Accuracy is going to wide peek. He does get out with his life. And then, of course, he got Pharaoh watching the full flanks. That's going to be trapped in, cleaned up. Another good round from TK in the strat that opens up that round. I don't know who the second player was, but we saw Accuracy. Knew Wuskins was going to be going up top. And then the wall bangs come in, which for one player, it can be tough to get through that wall. But they had two going for him. You get the first blood. You win the round. The execution from TK, the 1-5 record absolutely does not do them justice. They have fixed some mistakes.
Yeah, and they've researched their opposition here, and that's what it takes here. Wuskins read like a book as Team Kaliber start to dominate on Search and Destroy, currently 5-2. This is going to be a wild ride for sure if UNILAD are to make anything of this. We're pushing forward now. What is the plan for TK? It looks like 3 are pushing into the middle. Alex may have just spotted one. That's going to be Kenny. Wuskins does find the first blood. Zed with the second, Shawnee with the third, and just like that, a flick of a switch and UNILAD almost shutting TK down instantly.
Now Accuracy for the 1v4. Good bounce back round from UNILAD, assuming Accuracy doesn't get this ridiculous clutch, so I'll let it play out. But we've seen Kenny go up top sandbags before, try to get in top red. He found a first blood. This time, Wuskins took him down from the A site instead of sniping. Alex spotted him out from the G. Eventually, they clean up the final kill on Accuracy to win the round, but they had 3 players basically gunning down, waiting for Kenny to jump up top sandbags. It worked out a lot better than when you try to snipe over mid-map or when you give up complete A site control. This is a strat TK has done before. They make the proper adjustment. They get that round. Now they need a couple more.
A couple more like that for UNILAD. Will certainly go a long way. A very quick 3-piece will find themselves a 3rd round, but for TK, they have another bite at the cherry here. They can close it out in round number 9. As we do see them now on the defense, this is where we've seen a lot of success for TK already, and this is a very fast push here. It's aggressive, and last time we saw Kenny pick up a triple. This time it's Accuracy in there with an STG. Shawnee, good night. 4v3 as TK once again control B.
It's just beautiful from Team Kaliber. The nade coordination this entire game has been on point. Of course, though, they've had issues in the past closing out rounds. So UNILAD, they're looking for the bounce back. But the question is one, how do you even get that bomb? To grab that bomb, you have to cross over sight. Accuracy is going to be staring that down the whole time. Red control, obviously, in the hands of TK. And they got a player watching the full flank. So TK, all their bases covered.
And we talked obviously a little bit before the series of TK and the likes of Enable maybe not being the best S&D player, but we always knew, Kenny, actually, Pharaoh, what they bring to an S&D. Oh my goodness, gunned. But Kenny answers back in, and Wuskins does trade things out. To my original point though, right now, it is the boys stepping up here, putting big kills as 25 seconds start to loop. Alex shoulder peeks it and just says, I cannot get the bomb. It is in no man's land, so it might be the flank.
It's the original problem. Even with gunfights that Alex is winning right now, even with the trades coming in, you still have to get the bomb. And Pharaoh, of course, he's pre-aiming top red. He's going to spot the player coming, and even if they go for the full flank, he might be ready for that as well. But here's the moment, but you got to go fast. You got to fly into the gunfights. Pharaoh wins 1. Wuskins on the backside there. This isn't enough time. Unless he pulls off a miracle. Accuracy going for the challenge, but he ducks. He gets it safe. In TK, they get 2 in a row.
Yeah, a difficult one there for UNILAD. However, almost single file in that 2v2. A little bit of a mistake, but the time was against them. TK come out on top. And that was the one game mode and map combination where you looked at TK's 1 and 5. You looked at UNILAD's 9 and 2 on St. Marie. And it was kind of a no-brainer.
you think about that, but again, the preparation, like, what was it? Wuskins, 2 different times. He gets picked off from bottom one and top one. One of those times, you have 2 people wall banging to go through that approach. The next time, Kenny, you think he'd get the kill, but a nade lands on him. They were landing nades on people's feet constantly throughout that game, timing it up with when the players were going to be weak. I mean, you think about how tough it can be on offense when you can't get that B-side control. In the first round, they should have had the B-side control, and then Kenny pops a 3-piece. TK took it to him.
They really did. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick break here. After it, CTF. We've seen so many reverse sweeps along the season, the stage 1, the stage 2. We are going to go to it after this quick break. UNILAD versus TK. Don't go anywhere. welcome back to the CWL Stage 2 playoffs. My name is Momo, joined by Chance for this game here. It's our first one of the day. It's TK versus UNILAD, and TK up by 2. I don't want to call this a shock. I just think anything can happen at playoffs right now, but a lot of teams and players, analysts, people at home, I think they maybe underestimated TK a little bit.
I don't want to say the flip side and maybe overestimated UNILAD at all.
I like that.
I think that's a fair point to an extent. Like, if you look at UNILAD's record through the league, they've beaten a lot of top teams, but like they got beat 0-2 by Optic in both times they played. All the top teams, they kind of split, and then they bully out all the worst teams. But so they're obviously great, but they're beatable by these top teams. You got to be perfect. Luskin starting out with the sniper in CTF, and this is the first shot, connects with the second. That is a perfectly clean 4 down for UNILAD. Surging forward, trying to kick off the reverse sweep in alarming fashion. Shawnee already with that flag in tow, and he's running down the right side.
Wuskins, he's actually trying to find the cuts with a sniper. This is ambitious. He's going to pay the price for that, but that flag is nearly in home and drive. There it is. And we're going to see the flag go in. UNILAD kick off the CTF 1-0. Do you know what, Chance? I may be jumping the gun, but this is just... I can see it. I was talking to you in the break, like, don't rule UNILAD out.
Yeah, underestimating TK, overestimating UNILAD. It doesn't matter. Like, you pointed it out in the break. How many reverse sweeps have we seen this entire year? It's very, very feasible. Like, UNILAD, even if I think maybe they're not one of the dominant teams of the top teams, they're still a top team. They can still beat anybody in the world, and they've been in incredibly difficult positions before, and they've come up clutch. They're trying to do so once again, and, well, Alex, he finds 2 kills. Search forward, pick up that flag. Fair, you know the last ones. That flag is gone. That flag is out. Alex maybe he has a 1v1, but it looks like he's just gone.
Alex is out of there. However, TK are going to stop that flag, and Pharaoh's going to try and deny here, but let's jump on to an Astro Gaming listening to see if they can get this flag back.
Nice. Let's go bottom mid.
Are we good?
Bottom gun. Logan, Shawnee.
I'll push out right.
Shawnee's our low gun somewhere.
You didn't go top gun.
I'm going bottom mid.
Outskirts. I got outskirts.
Alright, Shawnee's our low gun. I'll still spawn out.
Yep. They could be in our gens.
He's there. He just
bottom mid circle. Bottom mid circle. One shot. Is he weak?
Yeah. I know where Shawnee went.
I'm going for bottom mid circle. I'm flanking our top gun. They're bottom mid as well. They're bottom mid.
Our top gun.
They're bottom mid. I got bottom mid. Yeah, I got their bottom mid. Nice.
One more in our bottom mid.
I need our bottom mid.
Nice.
Let's go. 3.
Let's go Alex. Sub.
Watching gens. Yeah, keep playing. Where you spawn?
Bottom mid. I'm going last.
Yeah, I spawn back on fire.
Could be gens. I'm hitting gens with you.
Bottom mid.
Yeah, I'll go outskirts.
Could be anywhere.
I don't see him outskirts.
From mid, going up bottom mid. Right back. Challenge you front gun, Lamar.
One's in gens. One's there gens.
One got that bottom mid still.
He's hitting gen wood.
Yeah, he's
gen wood.
Hit our gens.
Wuskin is gen wood.
Yeah, he's just holding gen wood. Oh, and our outskirts pushing back right.
Their base.
Gens are back right. Nice. Alright, gen wood as well.
Hey, front of gens.
It was Wuskin.
I'm bottom mid.
Yeah, front of mid.
Bottom mid. One stop their gun.
Alright. You guys front of mid somewhere.
Oh, bottom gun.
Bottom mid dead.
Bottom their minigun. Yeah, he's on the ground.
I'm there bottom mid. Their gens is open.
We have underground, Jay.
He wrapped you.
Oh,
behind you. Big gun.
I got him.
Nice, good one.
I'm their top gun. I'm going
bottom mid.
Nice, good shit. Two dead. Wuskin off respawn. Back left.
Alright, just
I spawn gun. I'm a rat back.
Yeah, hold them.
We're missing Alex. It's out. No, they're all there. They're
Both there?
Yeah, just live. Everybody holding them.
Gens is Alex. No, go left, Jay. Go left.
At the bottom mid.
Ab left.
One more Alex is Gens, right?
Alright.
Nice,
Got one
two
left.
guys.
I'm hitting left.
Yeah, go. We can't push.
I'm ready to evolve.
I'm pushing right.
Last guy in Gens.
I'm bottom mid.
No, one's your back left.
I'll go back left.
They're back left.
TK on the attack here as we do see Wuskins find the double, but now 1v1 important here for Shawnee. Can he find Enable? Enable's going to spot him, but the dive's going to be not enough here as UNILAD will survive with only 90 seconds left on the clock here for the first half. Chance, are you surprised by anything? What are you liking so far?
The opening break, I think you pointed out, again, just during the listen, like, you go down 2 on a series at playoffs when the most pressure you've probably had on you all year, and you pull out a sniper off the rip, the amount of confidence you have to do that, you love to see it. If you're a UNILAD fan, of course, the opening break was perfect for them as well. Of course, only a 1 flag lead, not huge so far, but Zed trying to pour on some pressure, able to take down the gunfight. His teammate gets the next one, and that flag is gone. Alex, though, has 2 players to deal with, and he finds them both. So not only do they get the 1 flag, they're going to get the second, and they might be able to rally and get a third. Look at this setup from UNILAD. They have all angles covered unless they die.
Flag goes in, 45 seconds, but it's flat tower. It's very hard to get that relay when the numbers are against you here, and we are going to see Shawnee and Wuskins go down. The key for UNILAD, go into the half with this 2-0 record. Zed holding on here, trying to play for streaks, but my God, Kenny, you're a lunatic. Still going forward, he's going to find another as well. 9-9 right now, but a 2-kill streak for him. As with Enable, and the players are falling, UNILAD need to survive this force. Zed's going to find one with the grenade, will find the second as well, and now it's all up to Kenny for the last 10 seconds. Can he get a touch? That is the question. The answer is no, and with 5 seconds chance, it's looking like we go into the half 2-0 for UNILAD.
And what was the stat up, Brat, that we saw in the lower third of when you outslay your opponent CTF? It's like 88, 89% of the time you get the win, whatever it was. Well, right now, UNILAD, they're only outslaying by like 4 kills, maybe 5, whatever it is. That's enough to get the job done. They had a perfect opening break where they get the clean 4 down at the exact same time. Yeah. That's 1 flag in the first 30 seconds, and then eventually they have to fight tooth and nail. But they get another later on. So they've been great so far, but obviously in Flag Tower, a 2-flag lead. It's nice, but it's far from over.
Yeah, you know, it's not London Docks where you can get 7 in a side, but Forest, you know, again, that can be very, very slow. This time, Wuskins sticking to what he knows. Sniper in the hands, and it seems to be the method is if he picks up one and his teammate picks up the other, he's running forward, he's picking up a weapon, whether it's a PPSH or an STG. He's holding the line right now and Enables playing with, my goodness, Wuskin. Again, I want to go back to the point. You're 2-0 down in the series, you pull out a sniper on CTF. It's confidence, it's calmness. These guys are playing to what they know and they're sticking to their game plan.
And it's a small note, I just think it's interesting he's rocking Mountain instead of like Armored. It's not like he doesn't want to be hurt, he's not moving, so maybe a small thing, but either way, UNILAD, they're finding kills everywhere on the map. Shawnee just jumped over a player and Kenny finds 1, Kenny finds 2 because the second guy has a sniper. He might be able to get this flag out, but even if he does, he doesn't have teammate support. He's gonna have to win the one-on-one, or I say he doesn't have teammate support. Zed actually falls, so now the flag is out, the flag is gone. Kenny's trying to go huge. Enable and accuracy with some cutoff kills. Enable, though, just let a player walk straight past him. And it looks like Pharaoh might let him go as well. Shawnee's got to be quick, and it looks like he's not there in time. A mistake, though, because Shawnee able to pull the flag.
2 players go down, Wuskins and Zed. Shawnee all alone, but he's battling through the middle, literally all alone. And have UNILAD just thrown away their 2-0 lead in the first 90 seconds? Shawnee's going to go down, that flag's going to be back, and TK bounce back the 2 caps in 90 seconds.
It just, how? Like TK, they just won the necessary gunfights. Like Shawnee gets through, almost gets the flag stop, and then all of a sudden TK has tied this game up. This is heartbreaking for a UNILAD fan, but obviously tied game, you're still not out of it yet. But the question is, can you slow down Kenny? That's a great start, and Wuskins find 2 as well. Accuracy on the back end, though. Trying to be that final man, just slowing the pace down. He's gonna do just that. He is able to find 2.
He is that man, but right now, it's all tied. Yes, TK getting right back into this, but they're not in the lead. UNILAD are not out of this. 1 flag could be really what separates here as Kenny moonwalks down the stairs as he turns around, pops the nade. He finds the kill as well. The body shots are coming in, and Kenny, he's feeling himself right now, Chance.
Oh, we'll see if he can let it continue, because Shawnee is just letting him know he's been consistently, at least recently, been winning those one-on-one gunfights, and we're back to stationary. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. It is anyone's ball game at this point, and no one fending for map control. And you just have to think, maybe that's bad juju. You don't want to say it's bad juju, but that's been a storyline for the year for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. You look across the board as well. You brought that stat up about outslaying. Look at the consistency. The highest player in the lobby, 15 kills. Lowest, 13. Absolutely mind-blowing. Every single player on this map has either 14 or 15 kills. I've never seen a scoreboard like that. My goodness. That's crazy. Zed takes the lead with 16 kills.
A huge lead to have for the moment. Important one-on-one gunfight. This time Kenny wins it against Shawnee, and that was UNILAD's most aggressively pushed up player, and the player's actually been able to sneak through underground. That's going to be out. Actually, he's above underground. He's able to find 2 as well. This might be the opening they need. Accuracy knows the pressure's coming. Alex is trying to get this timing. Jumps up top. He's able to find 1. Actually spots out 2, and now he's got some teammate support.
He's going to pop another magazine in the PPSH and push on forward. Zed could find some good timing on Enable. He will do. Enable down. Zed's out with his life, and now Shawnee pushes through, but shot in the back. Pharaoh with the incredible double kill there as he re-challenges onto Alex and stopping UNILAD's aggressive push once again. And you see those 2 players almost have to back down. Wuskins and Zed now in a 2v3. Pharaoh looking to sniff out Wuskins. He knows where he is. He's been spotted, and that's going to be the end of Wuskins.
TK, though, they had to turtle up because of this. Now Zed pushing forward, but Pharaoh on the back end is winning literally every single gunfight. He wipes out basically by himself the entire team of UNILAD, and now it's TK's turn for the attack. They're able to find 2 kills, so it's going to be 2 players for UNILAD on the back end, and they're on either wing. They're on the outskirts of the map. TK can maybe start pushing through the middle, but of course UNILAD comes off spawn, but this is it. UNILAD, they're in their base, 45 seconds left. They got to win the gunfights. That's a good start from Zed.
And let's not forget, Pharaoh could be working towards streaks. You know, does he want to put this out in the open? He is going to. He is going to go down. No streaks. 35 seconds left. Zed, Shawnee combined for the triple, but they are miles away from the flag. They're going to have to get that second wave of kills chance, and they're pushing on forward. Alex, the last one to spawn up. 25 seconds and counting. There doesn't seem a lot of time, but all they need is a touch to extend this for another 60 seconds. Shawnee picks up 1. Here is the aggressive push. Are we going to see the double? Alex just waiting, anticipating, pushing forward. Zed goes down, Wuskin answers back, and again, it's that 2v2, but it's going to be TK spawning on up. That flag has been picked up for Shawnee, but it's going to be put right down as the last 2 seconds or not. They're going to start a push of their own chance.
They didn't get the return. They're fighting for the win. They don't care about overtime, but they don't win any gunfights. And Enable says, oh, God, turn around. Go grab this flag. So we have our first overtime CTF of playoffs. Momo, was it UNILAD that had the full reset in CTF? Do I remember this correctly from the Pro League? Where they played entire overtime, played 20 minutes, didn't get the win. Then they have to do a full reset of the map. They played the entire thing, went overtime again, and it just took forever.
I'm not sure.
I think it might have been. I don't know if that's going to happen. So,
however, with the way that the series is going, the way that playoffs is shaping up to be, nothing would surprise me right now. Can TK close it out with a hot 3-0? Let's jump into this overtime and kick things off. Wuskins, no sniper. He's pulled out that STG and he's going to be going onto that respawn. This could be quick if TK get this flag.
Alex, good luck, have fun. You got a lot of pressure pouring your way. His teammates do spawn up, but they are all stuck in the back of the base. That nade doesn't hit anyone, but that second nade does. Kenny's on the back end, is able to find Wuskins, wins the gunfight, and Accuracy finds another. Now it's all Shawnee, and Accuracy wins it. The man's on a 5 spree. The flag is out, the flag is gone, but the spawn is literally right behind Pharaoh. TK, he ran it away from his teammates. They're on the other side of the map. That's absolutely a mistake. It's a glorious spawn. UNILAD will take what they can get. And now Accuracy is, well, damn, I thought we had the game. Now I got to play for streaks.
That flag could have been home and dry. But Alex gets gifted the spawn, and it was because, simply it was, the flag and the player on TK, they ran separate ways. They split the spawns. They went out of the base quick enough, which forces that turret spawn. And we go again, Chance.
I mean, in fairness to TK, I'm pretty sure the entire back of the map was open, but now it's Alex once again. He's able to find 1. Kenny's going for the hunt. Enable gets the trade. But now you already have the player spawning for Shawnee. They'll take whatever spawn they can get at this point. Enable doesn't go for the instant challenge. And again, the UNILAD defense has been enough spectacular, whatever it takes. Of course, though, Accuracy able to get the Glide Bomb. He's working towards the artillery. He's going to get cleaned up, shot in the back. It's a crazy game. Once again, TK pouring on the pressure, got the flag. Where do the players spawn up for UNILAD? Well behind, but can he get out to mid? This should be it, right? You have to imagine, but no, he gets taken down. Momo, call it, man.
How did he even get that there? Alex gets the double. We're going to see another challenge. We're going to see Naval go down. The flag's not home. And my goodness, we're going to see another return for UNILAD. The streaks are available for Accuracy. But this is a game where TK are going to watch back. And no matter if they win or lose right now, they're going to be kicking themselves here. The chances and the opportunities are there. UNILAD staying in this game by the skin of their teeth. Can they pull off this miracle?
Maybe Alex, this is the farthest they've been able to push up on the map in OT. He gets cleaned up instantly, and it's TK surging forward once again. Accuracy has the glide on the back pocket. Pharaoh got amazing timing on Wuskins. He doesn't get the kill quite yet. You'd imagine he's able to hunt it down. Shawnee for the trade, though, but TK, 2 players coming from the top right side. You got a player in mid, you got a player in gens. Well, Kenny gets dropped. And Alex, again, able to find 2. The clutch defense from UNILAD has been nothing short of pure insanity.
It has been nuts. It has been nuts. Maybe a little bit of lady luck thrown in there as well, but that's what happens. Alex finds another kill here. 3-kill streak for Alex. Zed on your screens, though, he's pushing forward. He's going to put himself through there, and this could be a push for, oh my goodness, Wuskins is going to find another. Can he find a third? Kenny last alive here to shut things down. He's going to get the spawn in from Pharaoh. Kenny falls as well. Pharaoh's going to go down, and that flag is going to be pulled. Can they get it away? They've run it to the back of the map, and now they need the kills.
You got to call him the glide bomb. I know you're the farthest one pushed up, but get the information. At least slow him down and let your teammates catch up, because there's a player watching mid. You got to win the gunfights mid, but he doesn't want the glide bomb. He wants to do with the gun. They want to go for a flag. Shawnee spawns up in the back. The flag's coming in. This is it. You got to get the kills. Accurate Fiends 1. Shawnee on the backside is able to get 2. That flag did not get returned. Accuracy's got to go.
Oh my goodness.
He didn't get it. Alex is able to put it in, and UNILAD, they don't even win the game. It's the first half. I thought that was like, oh, God.
They get the flag, but the important things, Chance, a lot of people may have missed, was the streaks that flag just enabled.
God.
Accuracy had the glide bomb. He pushed forward. The spawn came in at the back. The trades came down. No flag got returned. They capped it. They secured the streaks. We're back into it. Let's just jump on board straight away. This is what we live for here. The CTF, absolutely insane.
We got to watch it, though. Let's get into it, please. The opening break, like UNILAD, they could have the game by now.
Those are those streaks. 7-kill streak for Alex. My goodness, the guy's a beast.
He's going to see if he continue. You can see UNILAD, they are happy to play a little bit safe. You don't want to turtle up too hard, but as long as they don't completely four-man collapse, as long as Alex can stay alive, they have the entire insurance policy of the UK, like Air Force, in their back pocket. Kenny gets caught throwing a nade. Shawnee again with that 1v1. Enable surging forward, but Alex, I mean, the man's on an 8 streak. You're gonna have to do more than that to take him down. Now Shawnee surging forward, he gets dropped, but UNILAD, they don't die. In my mind, I don't see how they lose this game. They just can't die. The COD gods want them to win this map.
Yeah, they really do. 2.5 minutes, though. It's a long amount of time in CTF. Yes, they've got a fighter pilot, barrage, and glide, but we saw accuracy. He still has that glide bomb. We know what this can mean. You know, there's a lot of cover on Flag Tower. A fighter pilot comes in, you can either dip inside or get away from it one way or another. Let's see if UNILAD can even put this game to bed. Even crazier things have happened, but with 2 minutes on the clock, here we go. Alex, they want to shut this game down. Finds one, finds the second. He knows where Kenny is. He's going to call that out, but Kenny is going to find Wuskins. Zed with a big 1v1. Loses it.
We saw the same thing on Force. UNILAD calls in streaks, but Kenny, before he dies by them, or if he dies at all, he finds kills. Like, while that fighter pilot was in, Kenny picks up 2, kind of saves TK just for the moment, but they got their work cut out for him. And
Alex! Sorry to interrupt, I've just seen he's still on a kill streak. 13 finally does go down. Maybe that is what they needed.
I mean, shut Alex down. You're going to have to do it again. You got to stop Shawnee as well. Accuracy, yes, he finds the kill, but it was after, well, Shawnee finds 2. Now Zed's pushed up aggressively. Accuracy has been a man on a mission, but he gets shut down as well. And again, UNILAD, they don't need to get a flag. If they do, that's great. They just need to keep Team Kaliber pinned back in their base, which this entire half they have. Be a minute and 15 left on the clock. TK, they got to string something together, and they got to do it now.
Number 7, Kenny, is playing Sneaky Beaver right now. There's 2 players for UNILAD on the flag, but there's actually 2 players being very, very aggressive. This is kind of a strange setup. These kills could mean everything right now, but Zed going down means Zed's going to spawn at his flag. That glide bomb is going to take down Wuskins, or should. Will do there successfully. We see a glide bomb come in. He's actually let loose. I love what Alex has done, and he gets a kill with it as well. UNILAD are shutting this down the way Alex positioned the glide bomb. He hopped out of it. What's this man do? He's up to 40 as well.
It's destiny. Alex, the number of 2 pieces he's had on the defensive end, the streak that he went on, the streaks where he doesn't even have to control them the entire way. He's been on point. Team Kaliber, 27 seconds. Maybe they get one more crack at this, but you got players just posted up on the right side. You got Shawnee waiting in mid. The left side's open. Players able to get through. Wuskins, though, was able to find 1. They got an artillery on their own flag. Enable. I mean, you have to technically go for the flag, but what can you do?
Yeah.
It was destiny, it seemed like, for UNILAD to get this win. It couldn't be any other way, apparently.
Flag pulled here as Alex is going to grab it just for the hell of it, of what it seems is not going to matter. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a game 4. We are seeing another hard point, and Chance, you couldn't have put it better. It just seemed like the COD gods themselves were looking over UNILAD in that one. They were 2-0 up. That almost just got thrown away. The streaks that came in, the fighter pilot wasn't, but I've got to bring it back to that glide bomb from Alex. Perfectly positioned.
Wow. It was the spawn. We both know it was like, So from the start of the game, UNILAD goes up 2-0. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe they can close out this map. But first minute and a half, I think it was, for TK on that second side where they instantly get 2 flags and they were just pulling off miracle stuff. In my mind, I was like, damn, like, you know, UNILAD, they have no momentum in their favor. They're in a tough spot. They lose a tough map 1. They get bullied out a little bit on map number 2. And I think I said, like, after the, like, before the S&D, like, I don't think UNILAD can complete their reverse sweep. Once that spawn comes in for Shawnee and he shoots the flag carrier in the back after what should have been almost an instant, like, cap on the first side, I was like, never mind, dude. UNILAD can do this. We might see a game 5, round 11. Who knows what it's going to be, but we got Same Re up next, and it's worth pointing out, TK, yes, they've had the advantage on hardpoint, at least in the matchup against UNILAD. You give them the edge. But you would have said the reverse thing for UNILAD in the S&D, and like, look what happened map number 2. So we got a series on our hands.
We most certainly have, and going into this one, maybe UNILAD, the COD gods were looking over you that time, going into the hard point, you know, they're gonna maybe need to step it up a little bit here. Alex on form, by all means, a 13 kill streak, keeps his team in the game, incredible stuff. But I do want to go back, I want to talk about accuracy. For me, in the first hard point, he was insane alongside Kenny. The S&D, I think he drops 7, 8, maybe 9 kills. And then that CTF, he was picking up 2 pieces like it's nobody's business. Accuracy seems like a man on a mission. And if there's anyone to close it out, I think he steps it up here in map 4.
I think you might even need more than that. Like, you need that level of output from accuracy and then some. Because, like, UNILAD, it seems like they start out slow, right? Like Zed, I think the first hard point, 19 and 30, not quite double negative, but not the game you'd like them to have. But he picked it up quite a bit in that CTF. Alex, obviously, massively stepped up his game as well. And, like, so we saw map number 1, Kenny drops 40. The S&D kind of battle, it wasn't leaning in Alex's favor at all. But if they can pick up a little bit there, if Zed picks it up a little bit, if all 4 players just kick it up just another notch, then again, in my mind, yes, UNILAD, they can win this hard point, force that game number 5, and then the gloves are off. Who knows what happens?
That was the man, Alex. Now Wuskins, Zed, and of course, Shawnee. 4 players kind of going into this with a lot of pressure, I feel. These guys did so well in the division, but it seems like they've handled that pressure so well. You see smiles on the faces right now. The way that Wuskins kind of kept control with the sniper going into CTF. They've kind of self-proclaimed, when they've talked to myself, they've kind of said, we don't take a loss hard, we talk about it. And maybe that's in between maps too. Maybe they're not kind of at each other's throats, and that will make a successful team.
And then Same Re, for strategy of the map, sometimes you see 1 STG, 3 PPSHs. Occasionally, though, teams will pull out a double AR. They'll have an STG and they'll have a bar in hand. This is actually when Shawnee is at his best. Whenever he can use a bar, that is where Shawnee actually does kick it up another notch. So Paradox, I'm sure, is already on top of it. I'd like to see if he starts out with the bar, and then actually he's going to be my man to look at. I think Shawnee is going to have a good game. There you see the bar in tow. He's that player to look out for in my mind for UNILAD to step it up.
Okay, well, let's kick things off. We know that likes of Pharaoh, Kenny, Zed are going to be very aggro towards this middle hard point. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. Shawnee does have that bar, like you said. A little bit of a cluster there coming into the hard point. It looks like here TK's taking them back foot. They've actually opted not to go in straight away. They're going to throw the nades, go up top, and maybe go for a retake, it seems.
Yeah, TK basically going for control accuracy posted on the back. You got Pharaoh going on the flank, and you had Kenny trying to go up top. And, well, the control doesn't get you to the hill early on, but it gets you there later. But Zed and Shawnee coming up big. They're able to stave off the pressure, and this is a start that UNILAD might need, but they got to let it ride. It's contest time as well. Alex, though, he needs to step up. He's able to find 2. It takes a teammate to take him down, and then Pharaoh comes on through. Back and forth a little bit so far. TK, they're trying to hold on to those spawns as well.
Unfortunately, Wuskins there, he basically team killed 2 of his own players and then died. However, UNILAD will have a very, very slight lead here if TK don't take over, which they're going to be paused on 16. But the important thing is that rotation chance. We currently see TK fully in control of Winery, and Nable just sitting back. And so far, finding his feet here, 2 and 2, as we do see 2 players from UNILAD go down. They're going to be hitting that respawn over by the lookout post. TK in the prime position.
Nable's trying to work on some cutoffs. It looks like he's got Pharaoh and help as well. 2 players stacked up inside the hill. What are they doing? They're winning the gunfights, and Pharaoh gets to cut the first wave. Well, it's staved off perfectly, and Pharaoh trying to surge forward. He gets dropped, but of course, where does he spawn up? Right behind the hill. He's going to be back in the action right when UNILAD gets there, but accuracy inside the hill, gets taken down. He gets double challenged, so UNILAD, they're able to break through. You got to win the gunfights here after. It looks like they got him, but the nades come in. They get rid of a couple points for TK. They chip off a bit of time, but either way, TK, they're going to have a very nice lead going into the third hill.
15 seconds, and all that will go to TK. They're going to round things out around 70 points here. Kenny looking to get very, very close to the next hard point, but he's going to be cut down halfway through by Alex. Alex will have to hit that respawn, and look at Enable charging on forward. They are going to spawn one player out. That is Alex. But as the new hard point pops up, we are going to see Wuskins spawn with his team. 2 and 7 right now. He'll be looking to change that and step it up, as we do see TK starting to put the pressure on. That kill feed's lighting up blue 2 chance.
Oh, that's a gunfight Alex might need to win, because now it's basically the players getting spawned in the back, but the guns are up and ready for Team Kaliber. You got players now surging in the front, but it looks like successful push. Saved off so far. Accuracy is the final one up. He's getting stunned out. And I will say, even if, like, yeah, the gunfights might go the way to UNILAD, but this is still a decent amount of time that Team Kaliber had just been chipping off the clock. And Kenny, while he's on the back end, he got a 1v1. And again, UNILAD, they come out on top of it, but that's still time that TK is just ripping off the clock.
Yeah, really, really has been. 15 seconds left, and UNILAD only putting a little dent in Team Kaliber's lead. However, it's only 25 seconds. It looked like scrap time once again is going to go to TK. We talked about the hard point. This, of course, being one of Team Kaliber's better hard points, and we know why. The dominance from accuracy. Pharaoh up close has 11 kills to his name already. UNILAD, they really need to get back into this.
We'll see if the start is here. You got 2 players pushing in through mid. Pharaoh actually gets tagged up from a player top red, and the pressure's in. Kenny's gonna feel it. Shawnee lets him know with the bar. Now he's pushing forward. Looks like he gets traded out, but you got a bunch of ARs on the map, and of course you got Alex on the flank. Another situation where UNILAD, they do a pretty solid job on the retake. They're inside the hill right now, but it's just a scrappy game. It seems like outside of maybe one hill, no team has been able to rack up a significant amount of time. And yes, Team Kaliber's back inside, but they're going to take one more attack at breaking back through.
Yeah, it's so back and forth. The trades that are going down are incredible, but every single time, TK, they're coming out on top. They're getting that scrap time. Pharaoh over there again finds kill number 13, and he's going to get himself and his team a couple more points here. UNILAD looking to get back into it, maybe at the restaurant. But as it currently stands, TK over double the points of UNILAD.
I mean, they're outslaying their opponent. If they can win when they're getting outslayed, they're going to run you over if they get more kills than you. So, yeah, exactly right. Zed is trying to pick up a little bit, but Wuskins with the AR, nearly triple negative right now. Where is he at in the kill feed? Well, he's dead. Team Kaliber inside. They're able to take down Enable, but even on the restaurant hill, Team Kaliber, they seem to have it on lock. They got the juices flowing. The ball is rolling in their favor. They're looking good, man. Hardpoint, their bread and butter, 16 and 7 as of late. And Accuracy pointed out, he was like, man, Division A, we have a lot of great hardpoint teams in Division in comparison. So that's a great hardpoint record against what he feels are the better hardpoint teams. And again, right now, they are just taking it to UNILAD. The good news for them is they maybe have spawns for next, but it's 15 seconds before the next hill even pops, and they got players spawning out.
Yeah, Wuskins spawning out. This is not good news. TK and Kenny in particular could be the one to put the nail in the coffin. Over a 100-point lead here for Team Kaliber right now. And if UNILAD stand a chance, they need to get back into it on this winery. Maybe collectively get a streak to go into the parking lot here. But look at the dominance that TK is showing. Kenny on fire right now. He's going to be shut down. Pharaoh, he's going to be shut down too. So maybe something for UNILAD.
Naval on the back end is able to find one. He doesn't. He actually, I thought with his positioning, he would spawn the UNILAD players out. Nope, they spawn right on top of him. They take him down. And, well, this is a very solid hold so far in Winery Lot. Team Kaliber, it looks like they're getting picked apart left and right. That is 2 pushes. They get stuffed. And 30 seconds is a lot of time. But the question is, does TK even want to go for it? And it looks like not really. They got a couple players pushing up, but it's more for map control, not to really fight for the hill. And they're kind of getting picked apart as well. And now TK, they spawn out towards ammo. So they're going to be set up for next, but that's as good of a hill as you could possibly get on Winery.
Absolutely. That 100-point lead now down to just 60. For me, it's Alex. Can Alex get streaks? Can Zed get streaks? For Alex, he knows the importance, and look at that. He's trying to trade. He's trying to get away with his life because getting a streak right now would be so important. But with a PPSH in this position, it's so difficult. He's trying to get up close and personal. He finds kill number 5. He then sends the troops on forward. He baits them out. He's trying to find a couple more. The question is, can he capitalize? Can he find the glide bomb? 2 more kills will do it. And Zed, right now, he's playing with so much balls here. And UNILAD, could this be where they get into it?
He needs one more kill. Alex is in the exact same spot. They got the swarm on the hill. If they can take down Pharaoh, they can pick and choose who they want to give the time to, and it looks like it might just be Alex. Zed's trying to get the cutoff kills, but inside the hill, they can't even get there. Kenny's able to find 2. Now Zed, he's able to find 1, so he gets the glide bomb. I don't even know if Alex got his. No, he got shut down. So you take all that time to try and get streaks. You only get one, but TK gets all of the time. More than a 100-point lead. They have been firing on every single cylinder in Call of Duty existence.
And just like this, Pharaoh might get some streaks of his own. They've got one glide bomb to play with, but this almost feels like a repeat of map number 1. TK now starting to run away with it. Here we go. Streaks are going to be called in, and it won't be long to see the glide bomb come in for UNILAD once again. Wuskins teared off of that hard point as TK start to rack up some times themselves. It is going to be contested from the middle. Shawnee denied. Kenny taken off, but TK, they are just 19 points away from taking this map and the series itself.
And they're looking good. Pharaoh surging forward. He gets dropped. He was on a 6th spree, but UNILAD back against the wall in St. Marie. The hold is good so far. You got to let it ride. And accuracy, well, he doesn't agree with that. He doesn't have that in his heart. Enable, though, gets caught out, so solid stuff so far. You just got to keep that time going. You got to push out the cuts. You got to do everything. And so far, so good. Momo, do you have any faith in UNILAD to pull this off?
It's not about the faith of UNILAD for me, TK. You've just got to appreciate what they are doing right now. Their hard point is flawless. The 4 kills come in, and just like that, they're going to get the scrap time on lookout post, but they're already set up here as well. And that team kill is not going to help. That's the 3rd team kill we've seen come in for UNILAD. And Team Kaliber, control of the restaurant. They can win the first series right here, right now. Kenny on your screen. He finds one with only a second left. Team Kaliber close it out in a 3-1 series. Accuracy said, do not forget about us. And that is why they have come with the fire. And UNILAD, they lose our first game of playoffs.
And it was through sheer and utter dominance. The hard points, there was never really a moment where UNILAD was in the game. The search and destroy. Again, that game could have been a 6-1. It was a 6-3. TK will take it. And then the CTF, I'm sure when TK goes back and watches the tape, they're not going to be excited about what happened, but it was, as far as a 3-1 goes, as dominating as it could be.
Yeah, they might go back and they might learn a little bit from the CTF, but they'll also kick themselves that wasn't a 3-0. However, things to take from this, UNILAD, yes, an amazing Division B team that went on an absolute tear their 2nd week. But by all means, TK, that team that can kind of turn up at any given time. Do not forget, this is a little bit of a different roster, but a back-to-back winning championship team. They started the year so strong. The question is, can they finish the year strong?
I think they can. I think they have the makings of it. Like, if this team's issue is their S&D record isn't great, they have Pharaoh, Kenny, and accuracy on the team. At some point, that's going to turn around. And that's a hint of maybe what we saw in game number 2. Of course, there is just a gauntlet of devastating teams in this division, or not division, the playoffs that are going to be remaining. So it's not going to be easy, but are they capable? Yes, absolutely.
TK obviously move on to winner bracket round 2, and we'll see obviously who they face up against a little bit later on. But UNILAD straight away, they are dropped into that loser bracket. It is going to be a bloodbath, somewhere you do not want to be. They've got like 1 life remaining. It's going to be tough for UNILAD. However, Kenny and the boys at TK, an absolutely great performance for Team Kaliber. Let's check out the PlayStation Instant Reaction with Jess and Kenny.
Thanks, Momo. Before this matchup, Accuracy said that you guys were really focusing on S&D. How do you feel about where your S&D is at right now?
I really think our S&D is in a good spot, especially because Ian didn't play too well that S&D, but he normally does. So when he steps up, we usually win our S&Ds.
That CTF was so close. You almost brought it back around. What could you have done differently to turn that map around?
That map was all miscommunication because we got 4 dead off the overtime, and I died, and I ended up calling out pull it gens, but since Pharaoh pushed through gun, he thought to pull it gun, and it kind of costed us.
All right, well, finally, you guys have had a few struggles lately. I think a lot of people were coming into this matchup expecting UNILAD to just make quick work of you guys when really it ended up being the other way around. What would you say to any TK doubters out there?
I think that everybody that watched Division B forgot about Division A, and I feel like we played really well the last week, really well, especially when we upped our CTF, and honestly, you can never count us out.
All right, great. That's fantastic to hear. Thank you so much for the interview. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. We'll be right back after this quick break.
TK gonna kick off the day with a convincing win, and to talk about it, we got the King of the Forest himself on the desk to break it down. Lamar, welcome to the desk. Got plenty of questions for you, really do. I mean, Revan, I think before we even jumped into the series, a lot of people were really hyping up UNILAD, and you look at the map pools as well, and I feel like a lot of us thought UNILAD may be able to take this series.
Yeah, I mean, we were hyping up UNILAD, and for good reason, but I think this series, in the first time in forever where I was watching UNILAD, they came out and they were playing like a little bit scared, especially in that second search and destroy, which for me, that's really where the series comes down to. It seems like they were really hesitant with a lot of their play calls, and just like I said, they played a little bit scared against TK here.
Now, before even getting into that series, you kind of said, it seems like a lot of people forgot about what your division could really do in hardpoint, let alone your team.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was just because the division played most recently, so that's what everyone was watching. That's fresh in their minds, but they forgot who me and Kenny were, and now we got Pharaoh, the S&D Lord, and Ian, so they should be scared.
Well, looks like folks are going to start remembering right around now. The thing that I actually want to ask, we're going to talk a little bit about everything, look at all the maps and see what actually did happen, but I want to talk about the S&D, just kind of jump to there for a second, because it almost felt like when we were watching in the back, it really almost felt like you guys knew exactly what they were going to do every time. Like, how much counter, like, strategizing were you actually able to do?
You know, honestly, I watch every VOD. I probably watched every match on LAN this year, so, you know, me and my teammates, we make sure we watch the VOD before we play a team and prepare for their strats, and if they don't want to change it up, then we're going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I know a lot of what we were kind of saying was that map 2 was going to be really crucial for UNILAD. If they were able to take that, maybe they're looking good for the entire series, and that's where you kind of shut down a lot of those questions. And ultimately, looking right now at everything that we did see, let's start with that hard point. I know a lot of us in the back were kind of saying, Revan, it seemed like a lot of it did come down to streak usage as well.
I mean, yeah, UNILAD, they take a long time, specifically Wuskins. He's playing for those streaks, you know, pretty much for a large part of the time during that map, and then he uses the glide bomb instantly on a kill. I think it was on to Kenny, who's over near Fire Tank. And whenever I think about streak usage, especially when it comes down to hardpoint, like, you're looking to get something going off the back of it, either whether it's, you know, in rotation to a hardpoint to try to clear your way there, or you're trying to deny time in a hardpoint. But I felt like as soon as, you know, you see these streaks get called in by UNILAD, not a lot was accomplished by them. The glide bomb doesn't get anything done. The artillery barrage, while it does deny a little bit of time, really doesn't get much done. And then the fire pilot gets called in on the bunker hardpoint, takes 2 players off, but then they spawn up right there in the back of the bunker. So even that, those kills coming in, those were pretty much useless kills on the map.
Have you ever lost on this map ever?
I've lost this map a couple times on LAN, but for the most part, no. The only time we lost this map was when Pharaoh was still adjusting to playing flex with us.
Okay.
So we lost it a couple times at Anaheim, but besides that, I don't think we ever lost it.
Yeah, I know it wasn't like an actual count, but before we even went live, you're like, I think I've lost this at most like 5 times on LAN, right? So just to think just how dominant that was, I think we maybe expected that going into the first map. It would have been a little bit of an upset for UNILAD to take it, but once again, headed into the S&D, maybe actually favoring UNILAD, and I think that prep work kind of is what showed there, that you were able to like out-strategize them in a certain way.
Yeah, definitely. We knew game 2 was going to be the biggest map versus them, so we wanted to make sure we were prepared for that. We knew if we won game 2, we could win the series 3-0 or 3-1.
And I was wondering, you know, I have a question for you, because if you look at UNILAD, like, they have 2 really strong search and destroy maps, obviously St. Marie, but the other being USS Texas, and I make stat sheets for all the guys coming to like the matches for each day, and I was looking at it, I was like, you guys have good experience on USS Texas, you have a solid record on 4-2 compared to like your 1-5 since the start of stage 2 on St. Marie. Why did you decide to go for St. Marie instead of, you know, trying to play the USS Texas against them?
We left both of them in. We left it up to them. Whichever one they wanted to play us on, we were.
And they wanted to play St. Marie?
Yeah.
Okay, and I think it makes sense that they did want to play the St. Marie, but we're going to see what ultimately happened there, because your play of the game presented by Scuff is going to be Kenny this time, just absolutely going off.
That's my hard carry right there.
Your defense on this map was absolutely impeccable. I mean, especially towards the tail end of Division B, what we saw from teams on this map was it was really tough on the defensive end to try to, you know, solidify your footing inside this bomb site. The coordinated grenades from the offense would just melt them, but I saw you and Kenny did a good job of just delaying your entry into the bomb site. Is that something that you guys have been working on, or is that something that you saw from Division B that you're trying to try out?
That's something we've been working on, because ever since they changed the spawns, you know, you have to get used to that timing for the nades, and that's pretty much the biggest part of the round. If you could get into B, then you should be able to secure the round.
So I kind of said this before we even jumped in. To move away from the series for just a second, I was like, looking at TK, I have faith in you and Kenny, right? I mean, ultimately, we've already seen what you can do on this title. Both of you very, very well established and on the list of top players at your roles. Like, it's not even a question. I said a lot of the pressure for me was going to be on Pharaoh to really kind of be that X factor. Do you feel like that is the case for you?
Yeah, Pharaoh's definitely the X factor. You know, when I picked him up, I knew it was going to be like a work in progress with him, but I saw his potential, and the first couple months, you know, was a little shaky, but now he's reaching a superstar form, and everyone should keep their eye out for him because he's definitely the next superstar.
It's funny. That's the second time I've heard you say since I picked him up to this team. But it's also funny that if you take a look at like the TK listenings from when he first joined the roster to now, he's become a lot more communicative, especially in CTF. I know that's like maybe the one criticism he's gotten a lot as a player since he's joined the league is that he just doesn't talk a lot. Is that something you guys have, you know, really tried to talk about?
Yeah. During scrims every day, I've been on him, making sure he can talk, and that's the most important part of being a clutch team and a good team. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to shoot in a gunfight and call out at the same time. You can't just focus in on the gunfight.
And ultimately, we're going to see just TK dominance in this series. The only slight slip-up, I think you would maybe say, was in that CTF, but also in the CTF, it really looked like it was UNILAD's. I remember Clint and I were actually watching the back, and we got up for like 2 seconds to actually get back onto the desk, you know, like getting ready to get back on, and all of a sudden it was like, wait, what? Like, what actually happened here? So yes, there is that moment where you actually do see the flag get grabbed, and you see the flag carrier and the other teammate kind of split lanes. But even to get to that situation in the first place, like, how did you even get back in that map?
We knew we had a bad start off, so the first side they just had an early lead, and once you have a lead in CTF, you could take your time, camp. That's why they were locking us down on the first side. But once it switched sides, it's a fresh start. We had a good break off, and we took advantage of that.
Now you guys get to relax at least for the rest of the day and start to maybe think about tomorrow, watch the rest of the matches. We got some big ones coming up, but we are going to see TK remain in that upper portion of the bracket next.